Hi, Kai here with Kai's Kreations. Welcome back if you're returning to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for checking out my video. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments or tips or tricks or anything, please leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you ASAP. And if you would be so kind to hit that subscribe button, you'll get notified whenever I upload new videos and you can see all my videos. I do lots of DIYs and Dollar Tree hauls and all kinds of stuff. So today I'm kind of disoriented because I did a video earlier, well, last night, but I've been trying all day to upload it, and I did a really cool double Dollar Tree haul, and it just, for some reason, the video didn't come out right. YouTube won't load it. I tried several different ways, so I ended up having to scrap the whole thing. And then this is a project I've been working on that I wasn't going to do a DIY on, but I was just doing it for fun for myself to see, you know, just kind of one of those projects you just play with and see how it comes out. You don't really have a definite plan of how it's going to be or whatever. But one of the things I wanted to do was do this like fake shiplap kind of fence background. And so I thought there might be some people out there like me a few months ago who don't know how to do that. So I thought at the very least I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And if I have time, I will complete the project on here with you. If I don't, then I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, show you how to do the shiplap part and the background part and then leave off. And I will either make a part 2 or do something else to show you the rest. But at least I wanted to show you guys that part. So here's what I'm talking about. I don't do editing. I am really layman's terms at the very novice at this. So I was going to show you a picture I made, or I took, of what this sign, because this is what it looks like now. And I don't know if you guys can see, it's got lines on it that I wrote in pencil. And it's painted with, I used Apple Barrel's Antique White from Walmart, 50 cents a bottle. But anyways, this is what the sign looked like when I first got it from Dollar Tree. Let's see if I can get it on there where you can see it. This light is not helping me. But it said Easter greetings in glitter. It had like a fake wood fence background. Had some Easter eggs and this bunny on there. This was the bunny on there. But he had this big giant bow, which I thought was too much and a little bulky. I put another little twine bow on him after I ripped him off. And then what I did was I just scraped off all the paper. I don't know if you can see in the side there, but I scraped off all that paper until it was all off. And I was left with just the board. That's the scraps of paper you can see there, and the sandpaper I sanded it off with. So I got a nice smooth edge. Then I painted it with the antique white. And then I had done these. What I had done is before I scraped it all off, I took the Easter, where it said Easter greetings, it was raised and in glitter. So I took a pencil and a light piece of paper and just, you know, shaded over it so I would get the impression of that Easter greetings. And then I cut those out and colored them in. But I've looked at this project 3 ways till Sunday, the other things I want to put on it, and these just don't go. They just don't work with it. So I'm going to put these aside. I may or may not use them on something else. I don't know. I thought they just looked really tacky, honestly. They didn't look as nice as some of the other things I'm going to put on here. So, like I said, once you have your smooth surface and you sanded it down, then I painted it with the antique white from Apple Barrel. Again, got that at Walmart for 50 cents. Then I measured out with my ruler 1.5 inches, and I made little marks all the way up, you know, like I did like this, and made little marks and did all the way down each aisle 1.5 inches, and it actually worked out perfectly to where the end one was just about 1.5 inches, so it's perfect. So then I went with the ruler again and connected all those lines as closely as possible. So I have the lines I want to do for my fake shiplap or fencing type background. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well, but I'm going to put it down like that. I'm having issues with my lighting tonight. And I'm put the ruler down, show you the next step. Hold on. For some reason, this ruler just made a big mark on here. I don't know how it did that. Okay, let's see. Well, it's not going to matter that much later, but I'm going to go ahead and erase it anyway. So I don't like the way that looks. Okay, like that. I think it's scratching on my pen or my ring or something. Anyways, get a permanent marker, black, and I'm just going to trace over those lines carefully, because this is a permanent marker. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You can paint over this, but just going to very carefully go over those lines with my permanent marker, black. It's hard when your ruler runs out too and you want to connect those lines, but you want to be just so perfect about it. Okay, there's one. Okay, it's going to take a minute for me to get all these. But you just, you don't have to be perfect, but just get it as close as you can. And if you have to go slower or go over it twice, you want the lines to be nice and not necessarily thick, but make sure that the black's really showing up. It's not coming out too light. You want it very visible at this point in the project. Okay. Like I said, I learned how to do this, I believe, on a DUI, that wouldn't have been good, DIY on YouTube probably several months to a year ago, and I was so impressed. I was like, oh wow, that looks really cool, because if you know me, I love farmhouse look, or the boho farmhouse look, or shabby chic. I love that kind of stuff. And this is a way to make fake shiplap or a little fence background, kind of a wooden background. Now my pen is starting to react with being rubbed against this paint, even though the paint is dry, so I'm having to go over it a few times or go really slow. That's okay. And you can also take a minute and rub your pen on a blank piece of paper, get it kind of going again. For some reason, sorry, my little dog's toy that was up there that I'm going to fix for my dog, Heidi, just fell off the shelf. So it was like a ghost or somebody threw it at me just now. That was off camera though, you guys didn't see it, but that's why I laughed. Okay, one more line. Actually, I'm going to turn this way so I can really see this very well, instead of reaching all the way across. And obviously there was a little twine holding this, where you could hang it on the wall, a hanger, but I took that off, and it was very easy to remove without, untying or anything, and I'll probably just put that right back on, but I might use some decorative other colors twine to make little bows on it and stuff when I'm done. I'm not really sure yet. Like I said, that's the fun and the craziness of this project at this point, is I'm not 100% sure of the outcome or what I'm going to do to this sign, but I have some very good ideas, and I know probably about 75% of it. Okay, so I have done that. I've gone over the lines with permanent marker. So it's already looking, I don't know, this light washes it out, but it's already looking kind of nice. And don't mind this in the corner. I was testing out my Waverly paint, because I'm going to use that in a minute. But, so there you go. So, then what you want to do is get that antique white, again from Apple Barrel, antique white at Walmart, and you're going to dry brush. Now what dry brushing means is just that. Take a dry brush that you have not put in any water, dip it in your paint, and then you just want to kind of scrape it off where you just have a little bit of paint on your brush, not too much. Not like when I was coating the background with this. And then I'm just going to go over it like this, just ever so carefully, so that some of it, I'm getting a little bit more, there was a little less on there, but so some of that black gets hidden or faded looking. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep doing that on all the lines. Okay. Okay. And I'm seeing in spots where I could do more, spots where I need to smooth it out and do less, you know. It's just, you just work with it. But yeah, you want it to sort of start to look like the fence is showing, you know, the lines of the fence or shiplap are showing through, but they're very muted or, you know, whatever, hidden by the colors of the paint. Okay, I think this is just about where I want it. Excuse me. Okay. And don't worry about the edges when you're painting this for the background or this part, because you can always just sand those off with a little bit of sandpaper. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So as you can see, hopefully, they are muted and some parts are fading into the background more than others, and some parts are still visible, but it's already starting to get that look I want. So that is perfect. Then I'm going to take my Waverly Wax Antique, this one, and again I got that at Walmart. I think it was about $8. It wasn't that cheap, but worth it. And with that, I'm going to take the same brush, but I'm going to wash it off first, because I want that same brush. I mean, I could go find another one of the same kind. I probably have it, but anyways, we'll just do it this way. Wipe it off with a towel, a little rag. I always have art rags laying around when I'm doing stuff. And then we're going to use this to dry brush as well. So we're going to dip that in there and scrape it off. And we're going to use this a little bit more like a stain. So I'm just going to go like this and kind of willy-nilly get this on there. Like that. Okay. Just going to kind of go over these. And I'm trying not to totally go on the lines too much. Trying to go more in between the lines. But yeah, just get it on there as fast as you can and not too thick. Just dry brush it on there. Okay. So, and you can do this look without using the brown, just with the antique white and the pen, and then kind of going over it and sand it and off and stuff. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to wipe the edges of that. Stick that in my water like that to clean it. Put that away. And I'm going to take my rag, and you can see how it's looking so far. I'm just going to rub my rag on it. Just going to rub it. Really, really rub it. Okay. And it's already getting that really nice rustic feel. But yeah, just going to rub that in. And some parts will come off. Some parts will come off down to the paint, down to that first layer of paint you did. Some will come off almost to the wood. You're just going to keep rubbing. Harder in some spots, softer in some spots. Just, you know, keep rubbing and keep looking at it till it looks right to you. So it looks like, okay, that's what I wanted that to look like. Now, see, to me, that's already starting to look like wood. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm really digging the way that's coming out. And you can still see the lines, like a fence, like that. Then, we're going to let that dry for a second, but it's actually not that wet because we rubbed everything. So, I'm going to get my sandpaper, and I'm going to sand it a little bit. And again, more in other places, less in other places, you know. You don't want it to be evenly sanded in any one part. Do some parts on the line. Do some parts where there's a lot of brown. Do some parts where there's a lot of the antique white. Just kind of randomly go in and sand it. And if your sandpaper gets a little mucked up on one part, move to a different part. But it's going to scratch it up a little bit, and it's going to make it look even more like actual wood, you guys. Alright. So. Okay, here we go. I just knocked something down. I don't know what that was, but we'll find out later. I don't think it was anything that's going to spill, so that's the important part. Okay. That's pretty good. So I'm going to wipe off some of this sandpaper. Oh my gosh, you guys. That is like better than I could have planned. I hope this light will do this justice. Look at that, you guys. That really is looking like a old wooden fence to me now. I love it. Okay, so let's see. We're 15 minutes in. I'm going to show you really quick my idea for this, but I'm not going to totally do everything for it. That way we can take up less time. Hopefully my computer will load this one. Okay, so I got these napkins at Walmart. These were pretty cool because you get this big pack of napkins. I think you get 24 napkins in here, okay? And they have these beautiful pastel little bunnies with a little flower scene, okay? And they're by Pioneer. They were only $3, maybe $4 at the most, like 3 something. But you get 24 napkins. And if you want to decoupage, there's 2 sides with the bunnies. So you're getting 2 pictures on each one. And they're Pioneer Woman. So how cool is this, you guys? They come with a recipe on it. Look at that. It's a recipe for brie and broccoli quiche. Makes 8 servings. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So I'm saving that. I'm definitely going to try that. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. You get a bunch of napkins, and they have 2 pictures on each if you're going to decoupage, and they come with a recipe on each napkin. I mean, that's just, you know, that's worth your $3 or $4 right there. But anyways, so I got those. Then I made a photocopy of these on my printer. Okay, so what I'm thinking is this. I tore the napkins out around the edges, and I'm probably going to even go one step further by separating these 2, which is really hard to do, especially when I'm trying to cut down the time on this video. But you can separate the 2 napkins. I mean, the layers of the 1 napkin. There we go. Here, I'll get one for you. Come on. Like this. You have to be real careful now, guys. Real careful, because this can rip easily. But if you're just ever so careful when you do this, get one end going and just carefully peel it back a step at a time. Don't pull too hard. Just keep doing it. Okay. Let me see. So, there you go. You've got a thin picture that your shiplap and stuff might even show through, which gives kind of a cool, or if you're doing this like on a candle, you're going to see the light through it. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So I'm going to do 2 of those up here, like that. Then I'm going to do the black and white photocopies that I made, that I also cut out. These ones were cut out like more exact. These ones, the napkins, I just ripped around the edges, and I kind of like that frayed look. So, again, then I'm going to put these in here, and this is just really willy-nilly right now to show you what I'm going to do. It's not, you know, an exact thing right now. Then I'm going to put 2 more colored ones at the bottom. So that's what I know I'm doing for sure. I don't think I'll end up putting this bunny back on. It just doesn't look right. I might save that for another project. I've got this burlap bow I may put at the bottom corner, and I've got some colored twine. I've got blue, I've got green and white, I've got gray and white, and I've got pink and white. So whichever seems to go better with the picture, I'm going to tie some bows up top. But you can see already that's kind of how it's going to look, but it's going to show the shiplap through that, if that makes sense. So I will give links or show pictures to the finished product when I'm done. But I mostly just wanted to show you guys how to do the fake shiplap fence background look, if you didn't know how to do that already. And also I showed you how to separate the napkins and use those for decoupage. pardon me if I say that word wrong. I always want to say decoupage, but there's not an M in there. So, and my roommate loves to be like, that's not how you say it. So, anyways, forgive me if I said it wrong. It's a word I struggle with. I don't know. It's just an issue for me. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Again, please leave me a thumbs up and a comment. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so you can see lots more DIYs and Dollar Tree hauls coming your way. And if no one's told you this today, you are enough. You are worthy. You are important. And I, for one, am glad you're here. Thank you and happy crafting, everybody. Bye.